Good morning guys, welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming. Today I'm back on Forza Motorsport 7, having a look at this week's Forzathon challenges. First off is make the tyres squeal, get a drift score of 7,000 in a single lap drift event at night. Let's take the hoonigan out. Maybe not wise considering 1, this is seriously overpowered. 2, it's drifting, and as you guys know, that's probably not my strongest area of driving here. And 3, it's at night where you can see bugger all on the track. But I'm definitely giving it a go. I've got 8 minutes to do this in, 7,000 score. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, so I can normally weigh in at about 20,000. Something like this, but not really doing too well at the moment. Can't really see the corners too well. And when I do go around the corners, I tend to completely overshoot the track and end up losing all my points. But I'll get there, because let's be honest guys, if I didn't, this wouldn't be in the video, you'd be watching a different attempt at it. But this is my first attempt at doing this in the hoonigan at night time. So there you go, scores on the board. That's what I want, 1,045. And I'm hitting the wall. There's something I've noticed now I've come to actually edit this video. Now I've actually put this into my software, patched it together, is that my TV is actually a lot darker than the videos. Because when you set your telly up, you go in, you set your brightness, your contrast, your black levels, different things. We've got all these presets for gaming, for cinema, for different stuff on it, and whilst typically we optimise for movies, we don't tend to change it. So I'm looking at this and thinking, you know what, maybe my contrast level, brightness, black levels, whatever, maybe I need to go in and readjust them a little bit, because looking at a video, it's not quite as dark as it was on the screen when I was playing. So I'm definitely going to have to go and have a look at them a bit later. But going around the corners, I went off on that one, but I've still got a score of 4,000 at the moment, so this is perfectly doable. Up to 5,000, so I'm not doing too badly. It's not exactly a masterclass in drifting, it's more of a masterclass how not to drift. But that's what you guys expect of me now, isn't it? Every time there's a drift event, you expect it to be a bit rubbish and a bit comical, because, hey, I admit I'm a complete noob at drifting. I could have probably done a bit better if I'd gone for the Mustang, the 2015 Mustang, not the hoonigan version, because that tends to be a bit more stable and a bit more reasonable power. This is a hoonigan though, this is Chem Block, this is pretty much like the flagship car. This is overpowered, it's the showcase car, so it's going to be completely mental. What I'll do with this, because I've hit 8,000 now, as I'm coming up towards the finish line, I won't actually run the time down, I won't just keep racing around, I'll just park it up somewhere and just wait. So I'll chop the video in a minute, and you can see that I've got 11,000 on the board, so it's not too much of a worry. You don't need to be seeing me going around again, but pop-ups appeared. I've made progress in making the tyres squeal. I skipped that a bit early, but I've also completed make the tyres squeal. So going over into the Forzathon screen, I get my 30,000 credits. Brilliant, considering I've spent quite a few of those recently. Next step is to complete a race in a 2014 Mazda Lola. So let's go on that one, shall we? Here's your Mazda with the default paint job. You're telling her to drive it. Taking it round the Brickyard. Nice quick lap. You know what? This car isn't actually as fast as I thought it would be. This looks like an absolute monster car. This looks like you could be pushing 200 in this with no problems. Obviously hammering it down straight to a Brickyard and 170. This is actually quite disappointing. But I need to do this race, so I'm doing through it. 174. And I'm coming up to a finish line. That'll mark the first step in the challenge. 57 seconds. Definitely expecting to do that in more around 45, 46 seconds. So that's a good 10 seconds slower than I sort of hoped it would be. But it doesn't matter because I've got my pop-up telling me that I've made progress. So I need to pop back in to the Forza screen and have a look. And the next one is to win a race at Circuit of the Americas in a 2010 Chevy Intersport Racing. On Circuit of the Americas, I've picked the short circuit because, quite frankly, the whole point of doing this stuff is not to have long protracted races, particularly as I'm recording this again well after midnight. In fact, it's almost 1 o'clock on a Saturday morning when I'm doing this, so I had a lot of stuff going on at a minute. So having a race round here, this isn't too bad. Not so much a masterclass in racing lines, but again, it doesn't matter. It's a short race. I can put this round in about 45 seconds, give or take. It's got no real worries on this one, and this is the second step of the two-step challenge for the week. And okay, 51 seconds over the line. I've got the pop-up telling me that I've made progress in Gotta Be Fast, and the next one telling me I've completed Gotta Be Fast. So skip back through to the Forzathon screen and claim my reward. It's the funky disco driver gear. No explanation needed, this is a disco suit. Put it on already. Channeling my inner Travolta on this one, I think. The next challenge is to win a race in an exotic GT division car. This is working towards a Forza GT, so I might take the old Forza GT out. I've got a Forza GT on there. Let's take my other Forza GT. This is the Forza edition, the one I was using on Le Mans to do the cash builder before I decided that maybe hammering the F1 car around the Brickyard would be a bit more profitable. But this is an absolutely brilliant car. This is one of my favourite cars on the game, and as part of this challenge set you get the 2017 edition, which can't be bad. So I'm giving this a bomb around here. doing very, very well. You may notice that I sound a bit croaky, a bit crackly. That is because I have had a cold and a bit of a sticky bug the last few days, and it's not been fantastic. I'm still sort of living on honey and water for my throat at the moment. I tell you guys, the best thing, if you've got a sore throat, get some honey, put a teaspoon or two in a cup, put some hot water from a kettle in, give it a stir, let it cool down a bit, and that's absolutely brilliant for a sore throat. That really helps. This is good, but I'm actually giving home remedy tips now as well as driving videos. Right, so I've completed the first step on that one and decked out in my driver gear, channeling my inner Travolta, proper Saturday Night Fever. Expect to have a soundtrack by the Bee Gees. Although admittedly there's some great stuff on the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack which isn't by the Bee Gees. The next step is to complete a race where you go faster than 199 miles an hour in an Acura NSX. Right, there's two ways of doing this. Firstly, you can do my way, to go in, buy a tune and soup the damn thing up and then take it around wherever you want. I'm going to pick the Brickyard. If you don't want to do this, the only way I can feasibly think of is to head over to Le Mans, and when you get to that stupidly long straight, just get your foot down, just hammer it, and you should be hitting 200 mile an hour with that, but it's just a gradual build up, so you need longer races, need longer track to do it. But as soon as I put this tune on and pretty much ramped it up to the roof, getting up to 199 mile an hour is not going to be a problem. The Brickyard straight will suffice for this. But I have tried this before on the Brickyard without the tune, and I think the maximum I could get out of it was about 175 before I had to hit the brakes or hit the wall. So hence why the tuning came in, or I suggest picking a track with a longer straight. The Le Mans circuit is the only one I can think of which would be suitable for this sort of thing. But hammering it towards the finish line, I've gone well over 200 mile an hour around this track, so it's not going to be too much of a worry to get the achievement. The pop-ups appear telling me that I have made progress. Although I don't think my Acura is probably the right car for my disco dude there. Need something more like a 1970s Dodge or something like that, The next challenge is to complete a race in a Sport GT Icons division car. Okay, what have I got? I think I've got a few. That sort of thing. I'll go in, I'll have a look, and I'll see what I've got, and we'll start the race. The BMW. I like BMWs. For a nice classic BMW, let's give it a kick. Let's take it around the track, and let's get this Ford GT Forza Edition. Being a bit more careful, a bit more gingerly going around there. Bit more of a sedentary pace from my last race. Pushing 100 mile an hour. Not caring too much about the grass, to be fair. I'm just going. It's early in the morning. This is my last race of the day. I'm gonna get another Ford GT Forza Edition. Let's just take it easy. Let's cruise round in my nice classic BMW. Yeah, it's been a very busy sort of week for me. I've not been too great, not been too well. Been doing a bit more on Forza Horizon 4. I've been streaming a lot of stuff to Mixer. I changed the video out. I've done a new video that will be going up as well. It's probably already up, to be fair. I'm not sure what order I'm doing it in. Probably going to put that video up before I put this one. It's a new video for Horizon 4 showcasing all the cars on the off-road races as well as the road races. And a few different things along the way. I've been trying this on Mixer. It's got some good things. So I'm going to edit it about and make it YouTube friendly and whatnot. And hopefully not get too many copyright claims against me for the music, which apparently, if you turn streaming mode on, half the time it doesn't play the music, which is good, and half the time it does, which isn't. But I've done that, and that'll be uploading either before this or after this. My Forzathon pop-ups have appeared telling me I've made progress and I've completed this challenge. My throat's going again, as you can imagine, but this is the last little bit. So I go in and I get my Ford GT Forza Edition 2017, looking funky, worth 1,900 XP points, which is absolutely wonderful. Not that I'm actually tracking that stuff anymore. So let's have a look at next week. For next week, there's Be Mine, an oldie but a goodie for a crook driver gear. That looks cool. That is actually really cool. I might use that. New Beginnings. Make yourself competitive for the 1999 Dodge Viper GTS ACR. Lovely car. And Be Your Best. See you in the rear view for 105,000 credits. 105. Not 100, 110, 150, 105. That's just a bit bizarre. But that's what you've got. Your 1-step, your 2-step, and your 3-step challenges for next week. Interestingly, they've all got a bee theme, as in bee, as in black and yellow buggy thing that buzzes around and likes pollen. So I'm not sure quite what the tie-in's going to be with that, but should be interesting. I'm sure I'll be making plenty of puns around buzzing around the track and different things like this, but you never know. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like what I'm doing, hit that like button. If you don't, the other one does seem to work, but please just don't test it for the sake of testing it. It does work. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you want me to see me do, anything, but I don't know, just leave me a comment, anything you want to say, and hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get myself to 100 subscribers so I can get myself a personalised name for my YouTube channel, a bit like a private plate really, but at the moment I've got a lot of bizarre weird numbers. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Check out my other Forza Horizon 4 video when it goes up, if it's not already up, and take it easy and happy driving.